Well, hi, friends. Chris Kelly here. Hey, it's that time of the week. You know what? Time to take a quick look at stats and maybe talk a little bit about the goings on in the great wide world of real estate. So let's jump right into stats and give that a few minutes. You know what? New listings to the market back to what we would consider more normal numbers in a given week in Portland Metro. So almost 800. Last year we were at 760, so that's more congruent with how things have been. Just for grins, I went back to look at 2019 this week in the market, and we were at almost 950. So, like I've said in months past, it would be great to see the market get up and over 1,000 new listings for the week, because that would start chipping away at the inventory problem or lack of availability problem that we've continued to have for so long. I also looked back just for before I did this, I looked back at stats, inventory stats, or inventory in months. I put out a little monthly market thing from time to time as a graphic. And all the way back into, through 2018, we've had low inventory in months. Only 1 month in the last 4 years have we got up and over 3 months. Where historically 6 months of inventory was a balanced market. So, we've been in a seller's market for quite a long time. I think most people know that. But we've been at under 1 month, 0.6, 0.8 months of inventory now for off and on for quite a few months. So, and that's kind of the thing I wanted to touch on. Before I do, though, I just want to make mention, the median sales price at 575. I think we're starting to see that this is where we're going to live going forward. That could change. If interest rates keep doing what they've been doing, dramatically more so, and inventory goes up to a number that's dramatically higher than anemic, then that could eventually have an effect on that. But at any rate, I did want to kind of touch on the idea of affordability versus availability, inventory. So, there was an article, I'm going to pin a link to it in this week's post, but there was a really good article about this topic and how things are likely to go. And it talks a little bit about, it defined housing affordability being determined by 3 things: household incomes, the cost and availability of financing, i.e. mortgage rates, and housing prices, of course. So, if housing prices are low and household incomes are going up, that would make affordability higher. When the cost of money or mortgage rates goes up, that makes affordability in and of itself lower, unless it's offset by household incomes that go up at a higher rate than the cost of money is going up. So, what we've had of late is the cost of money going up and the price of housing going up, and household incomes in general terms going up, but household incomes haven't been going up at such a rate to offset the other two. So affordability has been plummeting. The other thing, though, that continues to buoy this or balance this out and then some is the availability factor. I always say when I'm talking to people, hey, look, there's 3 apples in the bucket and there's 100 people that want apples. That's been the state of real estate now for a number of years. And it's been worse or better, worse the last year or two. But, that's still the problem. And real estate is it's a staple. So lodging, I should say more specifically, as a staple. So somebody's either going to rent real estate or they're going to buy real estate. Or they're going to rent a place to live or they're going to buy a place to live. So, right now, as I said, I think last week, both of those segments of the real estate world are very low in inventory and very high in price. So the choice, people can't just easily elect to not buy and just go rent, because renting's also hard. And so that has, I guess in a weird way, kept people looking at buying. Not to mention, there's another segment of this article that talks about the millennial generation, a huge segment of the population, has been many of them at the house buying age in general terms, but maybe hasn't participated because of affordability. Well, some of those folks have gotten jobs that are paying well enough that they're choosing to participate in the market. And I would agree with what they say here in the article about that. So anyway, it's an interesting thing. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, this article says, look, the fact that there's such an inventory or availability problem will keep this market moving forward, barring even more excessive changes in affordability or the cost of money um, and the cost of housing. So at any rate, I hope, as always, I hope you guys find this information and this kind of conversation to be of value. I find that I'm having a version of this conversation with people pretty much daily and usually multiple times a day. So I love talking about it. I do enjoy talking about it. It's fascinating to me. As a professional, I make it a point to try to read articles and try to maintain a good understanding of what's happening and what's likely to happen. You know, I'm not the guy that's here to predict the market all the time, but I try to read from people who, you know, take the spin and take all the nonsense out of the equation and just kind of take a clinical look at what's going on. So, you know, our job as professionals is to provide good information so that you can make good decisions when it comes time to be making decisions around real estate. So, you know, if there's ever anything that we can be doing to help with that, I know you've heard me say that before, but I just want to put it out there. We're always here, and I'm always here to talk through things and help you make decisions. So please don't hesitate to let us know. That said, I'm going to cap off with my public service announcement. I am still very much looking for 1 to 2 good people who might be a good fit for our team. I'd like to add another salesperson to our team, and I'd like to add somebody that really acts in an assistant capacity to me personally, to help with things in my book of business. So if you or you know somebody who might be a good fit for that, by all means reach out or have them reach out. Would love to visit with them. So we believe that the market will remain robust, and we believe that we're going to continue growing. So and we are going to do that because of you. Because of your trust and your advocacy. So thank you for all that you've done. Thank you in advance for what you might do. And as I always say, until the next time.